All right, we've got a massive World Cup qualifier on our hands. Bosnia-Herzegovina versus Romania, and everything is on the line. But the real battle we're looking at today isn't happening on the soccer pitch. Nope, it's a digital duel, a prediction showdown between two totally different kinds of artificial intelligence. The gauntlet has officially been thrown down. So, let's meet our contenders. In one corner, you've got SPECTRA AI. Think of it as the ultimate number cruncher. It devours mountains of historical data to spit out cold, hard probabilities. And in the other corner, we have Grok, the conversational AI, playing the part of the storyteller. It's like a seasoned sports analyst, piecing together the whole narrative behind the match. Two AIs, two completely different philosophies. This is going to be fun. So, first up, let's kick things off with Contender 1. We're going to break down the purely mathematical approach from the Gambler's Ruin project and its powerhouse engine, SPECTRA AI.
So what's actually under the hood here with Spectra? Well, it's not just one single model. It's what's called a unified ensemble. The best way to think about it is like a team of super specialized AIs. You got your random forest, your artificial neural networks, all of them working together, combining their individual predictions to create one single, super accurate forecast.
And here it is. This is what all that number crunching spits out. You can see it right there on the bar chart. The data is just crystal clear. Spectra gives the home team, Bosnia and Herzegovina, a pretty significant statistical advantage. There's no feeling here, no gut instinct, just pure, unadulterated probability. And let's zero in on that key number, 60.22%. After chewing through all the historical performance data, team strength, thousands of simulations, Spectra's final verdict is a more than 60% chance of a home victory. Now that is a really confident call from a purely quantitative model. Okay, time to switch corners. Let's move on to our other contender, Grok, and see how it builds a completely different kind of case, one that looks way beyond the numbers and digs into the actual story of the game.
Grok's approach it's really fascinating because it doesn't give us raw probabilities. Instead, it pulls together information just like a human analyst would. It reads the latest team news, it checks historical trends, and it considers all the context to build this compelling narrative for its prediction.
So, the first thing Grok does is set the stage. It looks at the Group H standings. You can see Bosnia-Herzegovina is sitting there in second place, with Romania breathing right down their necks in third. So this isn't just another game, right? A win for either side is absolutely critical for their qualification hopes. The stakes are just incredibly high. Next up, it dives into the head-to-head history, and this timeline, it reveals a really crucial trend. Yeah, Romania had the upper hand over a decade ago, but look at what's happened recently. The momentum has completely shifted. Bosnia-Herzegovina has won the last two matches, including a huge 1-0 away win earlier in this very campaign. And this is where it gets really interesting, because Grok also digs into the qualitative details. It flags Bosnia-Herzegovina's amazing record at home. They've won 75% of their qualifiers there. It also points out that both teams are missing a key defender, which could totally change the game, maybe lead to more goals. It's this kind of contextual insight that a purely statistical model might just miss. All right, so we've seen the different game plans. Now let's put these two methodologies right next to each other in our tail of the tape. Let's see exactly where they line up and where they go their separate ways. And this slide, well, it really lays it all out, doesn't it? This is the core difference. Spectra is all about the what, the statistical likelihood based on all that past data. Grok is all about the why, the story that it builds from recent form, team news, and momentum. One gives you probabilities, the other gives you a definitive, reasoned call. We've seen how they work. We've seen the analysis. So what's the bottom line? It's time for the main event, the final predictions from both of our AI contenders. All right, here we go. This is the moment of truth. After crunching all those numbers and analyzing all that context, do our two AIs, the number cruncher and the storyteller, actually agree on who's going to win this thing? So Spectra, staying true to its nature, doesn't just give us one answer. Of course not. It gives us a ranked list of the most probable scorelines. And sitting right there at the top with a 7.9% probability is a 2-1 victory for the home side, Bosnia-Herzegovina. And then there's Grok. No probabilities, no list of different options. It makes a direct, almost human-like call. It confidently states it predicts a narrow Bosnia and Herzegovina victory with a final score of 2-1. Wow, I mean, that's just incredible. They both landed on the exact same scoreline. We have a unanimous decision, but they got there through two completely different analytical universes, one of pure math and one of pure story. So, what can we take away from this? I mean, what does this incredible agreement actually tell us about the future of AI and its ability to predict really complex events? What we're really seeing here are two powerful parallel paths in modern AI. Spectra gives us the what. It identifies the most likely outcome from the data. Grok gives us the why. It builds a logical story that explains that outcome. And it just begs the question, right? Is the future of prediction some kind of fusion of both? And so I'll leave you with this final thought to chew on. When it comes to making a prediction, let's say these two AIs had disagreed. Which one would you have trusted? The cold, hard logic of the number cruncher or the contextual reasoning of the storyteller? Something to think about.